I don't know. I mean, how do you think this all ends? Do you think that it's just business as usual next year? I mean, minus the people that they're going to be, suspended or fired.
If if put it this way, if they find out the whole buzzer thing was accurate, I mean, you look at the photos, man. Like, have you seen the ones where you can see the stuff?
I
I
saw
can't.
those pictures, but like I guess the early reports are coming out that they don't think that that's true, which I don't know how because
Yeah,
I saw the pictures too.
yeah.
But
If that to me, if that finds out to be true, and that like especially if they didn't know it to that level, I think you're gonna get some bans for life. That is to me, that's
don't you almost wish though they were using buzzers again? Back to casino, the guy with the thing in his leg, he was sending the signal to the other. I'm telling you, man, this thing has so many makings of casino. It's
oh,
bizarre to
dude.
me. I don't know why.
If true, it will be a movie one day, hands down,
Yeah,
hands
absolutely.
down.
But I almost wish there was a buzzer involved.
Yeah.
Because part of me is like, again, going back to the trash can. How do you not know? Don't tell me that like nobody picked up on the fact that this guy would just bang on a trash can when you throw your heater. Like, I don't know. I feel like
Did they say how it came out to begin with? I've tried learning, but
yeah,
it's like
one of the pitchers from the Astros told the media. Like, I'm not sure how or why.
maybe not thinking there was anything wrong
Well,
with
I
it.
don't know if he just is like disgruntled or if he was off the team or someone like brought it up to him. Hey, we have this rumor, or he just decided. I don't know what the details
Oh
are.
yeah, that's
but
true.
he just like spilled the beans and was like, well, actually, here's we stole. Maybe he thought it wasn't that big of a deal because everybody did it. Because in theory, it's like, if you're picking up something that someone else is doing, and all I got to do is bang on something, that's not. When you step back, that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But when there's a buzzer involved, that's like, man, that's like some remember the movie Rounders? That's like some Rounders shit.
I mean, literally. I
That's
mean,
like
it's like,
that's like the MIT kids have,
yeah.
they have figured out how to count cards and they have, beaten the system.
Do you think they have gone hard enough on? I mean, do you think the punishments are harsh enough, or do you think they should be
I
harsher?
think as of right now, well, the $5 million is the max that they're allowed to fine a club,
Yeah.
a team, under the current collective bargaining agreement. The thought is going to be that when that agreement goes up, which I think it's this year or next year,
Yeah.
it's coming up sooner rather than later, is that both sides, rather than like push back and butt heads like they're known to do, is they're going to say, okay, how do we
Police this better.
police this better,
Yeah.
exactly, and say, okay, here's what we're going to lay out. Here's going to be the specific violations and fines and what you're kind of like what they did with steroids. Remember
Yeah.
before they didn't really know what to do, and if you cut a guy, was he out forever?
Yeah.
Was he just out for a few games? And then they came up, okay, first offense was what, 60 games? I don't even know what it is. The
Yeah.
next one is like 90 games or the whole season. I don't know. Which just seems pretty harsh, but hey, you gotta draw your line this
Yeah.
time, and because otherwise, and other teams are doing this too.
Yeah.
These are just the ones that have gotten caught or the most obvious ones. Now, I'm just glad that my Reds aren't involved because they're so bad. I'd be like, wait, you mean to tell me you cheated and that's the best you could do?
Yeah.
At least with the Astros and the Red Sox, they won the World Series. They actually did it. You know who I feel bad for is the LA Dodgers. That's who I feel bad for.
Do you think they should revoke their World Series one?
No, and they made a good point. Was because that means the 1919 Cincinnati Reds. What do you do with them? They're still the World Series champions.
Yeah.
Even though the
I was curious about that because then who's the champ? Then?
well, it's one of those things. It's
Yeah.
like where does it end?
Yeah.
With and again, trust me, I'm not condoning what they did,
Yeah.
but it's
It's trickier. Yeah.
what do you do? Like how
Do you put
far,
an asterisk next to it?
well, I think it's
Kind of like
almost-
the baseball the home run record.
right. Well, that's what the other thing they were
Yeah.
saying too. It's like whether you like Barry Bonds or not, it does say that he hit more home
Yeah.
runs than
There's
Hank
an
Aaron.
asterisk though in their official books, though, aren't there?
Well, that's because someone
did-
someone burned it on the ball, the home run ball.
Yeah.
The person that has the ball literally like
Has an asterisk burned into it.
literally yeah, they literally like branded it on there so
Yeah.
it can't be taken out. So that ball that's in the Hall of Fame or whatever has a big asterisk
And that's
on
what I'm curious. 'Cause I almost want to say in the record book, I think there's an asterisk with like Sosa.
Well, people know. I mean,
yeah.
this is going to go down
the
you know.
steroid era. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to go down the Houston Astro thing and the Reds. You wait and see. I think the Red Sox, when that investigation is complete, like I said last week, the commissioner is going to be even more.
It's
Because
kind of
that happened after he warned the club, so they knew something was up, obviously.
yeah.
And Cora still went ahead and did it. Like, well, you can't do that. So, I don't know. I think that It's tainted title for sure. It's tainted.